In today's breaking story, Donald Trump's handpicked FBI Director Kash Patel just humiliated himself and the United States on the world stage. That's right, the man Trump elevated to oversee the nation's top law enforcement agency is now at the center of an international embarrassment. Let's start with what people were already warning about Patel before he ever got the job.
In a statement, you said that Wray's resignation risks normalizing any president's desire to fire FBI directors at will. They're supposed to have 10-year terms. Wouldn't Trump have the right, though, to fire the FBI director once he's in office?
Of course, he has the right to do it. The question is, why is he doing it? He's doing it because Chris Wray was independent and competent and thoughtful, and that is not what Donald Trump is looking for, especially when you consider that his nomination, Kash Patel, is an individual who's distinguished mainly by his absolutely 120% slavish loyalty to Donald Trump. So it's pretty clear what he's trying to do here, which is to get his guy in to our domestic federal police force. One thing you must take seriously, which is that the FBI, like any other organization, is made up of senior people. They could retire, and they may very well do that. So the brain drain you could see from an institution because somebody who is obviously unqualified and obviously inconsistent with the Bureau's values is going to impose a huge brain drain on the FBI. And this is true at other organizations where Trump has nominated unqualified people.
That was the concern, Trump replacing competence with loyalty. And it wasn't just speculation. Others flat out said Patel had no business running the FBI.
We just sent a letter over to the Senate Judiciary Committee, Chairman Grassley and Ranking Member Durbin, asking them and the other committee members to vote against Mr. Patel for FBI Director. In my view, he is probably the most unqualified candidate for the FBI directorship that I've ever seen.
And now, those warnings have proven prophetic. During a trip to New Zealand, Patel gifted senior officials 3D-printed pistols as part of commemorative displays. But under New Zealand's strict gun laws, those gifts weren't just inappropriate, they were illegal, deemed potentially operable, and immediately destroyed. The result? Patel not only insulted one of America's closest allies, but also highlighted his ignorance of international law and diplomacy. And if that weren't enough, his remarks about countering China during the trip set off a new wave of tensions that New Zealand had to publicly dismiss. This fiasco comes at a time when the FBI should be focused on domestic crises, from mass shootings to extremist threats to the violent attacks we've seen from ICE incidents all the way to church massacres. Instead, the man at the helm was too busy handing out illegal replica guns and provoking allies. It's a perfect snapshot of the Trump era: loyalty over competence, spectacle over substance, and reckless arrogance over professionalism. The FBI deserves leadership rooted in law and integrity, not partisan sycophancy. But as long as Trump surrounds himself with the unqualified and the unprepared, America's global reputation and national security will keep paying the price. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to Frontline Democrats, hit the notification bell, and drop a comment below. Do you think Kash Patel's blunder is just embarrassing, or is it downright dangerous for America's future?